Good morning. How's everyone doing? I am traveling this weekend and couldn't help but want to hop on here and talk about the crypto markets and the historic event that we all just saw take place. And with that being said, Bitcoin just retraced its previous cycle's all-time high. So Bitcoin has never done this. So we saw Bitcoin, kind of make its first real blow-off top in like 2011. It ran to like $30, and then it retraced from there. Then the next bull top was actually 2013, and Bitcoin got nowhere back close to falling underneath that $30 mark. And then from 2013, I think Bitcoin topped around, I believe, $1,000 in 2013, and then 2017 it went all the way up to $20,000, and then it did not drop anywhere close to $1,000. It stopped at $3,500. So in this Bitcoin bull cycle, we went all the way to $69,000, which I don't think was a very big jump, and then we fell underneath our previous cycle's top. So this is a historic moment, and also worth mentioning, we fell below the total market cap top for the entire market. So crypto topped somewhere north of $850 billion total market cap in 2017. We are currently under $850 billion market cap. Good morning, Omar. How you doing, brother? I'm just over here just doing a little staycation at the Biltmore Estate in Miami. Just got out of the pool, gonna take the kids to the zoo, and celebrating these lower prices in crypto. And I want to talk about why this historic moment probably happened, right? Why did we do something never when Bitcoin supposedly, or crypto, has never been stronger? Why are we breaking strong fundamentals? So why would Bitcoin do this? Well, I think we have to really start to become critical of Bitcoin as a project and a leader in the market at this point. It's not showing that it's resilient, and I think it has a lot to do with poor development and poor fundamentals, and the brand values are going to suffer because of it. And if you look today, Bitcoin Cash is up about like 8-9%, while Bitcoin and the rest of the market is bleeding very badly, and Bitcoin made a historical low. Good reasons to be critical of Bitcoin Cash, but maybe the fundamentals play out. So, if you're in crypto, have been cryptoing for a while, or if you're new, you're probably having all different kinds of emotions about, holy cow, I've never seen crypto this. If you're only in crypto for the past 2 years, this is probably the cheapest you've ever seen crypto, right? So how do you respond to that? Well, crypto can do some pretty incredible things, and that's what we're seeing. Right now. I'm trying to figure out my car. But I mean, where do we bottom from here, right? We're doing price discovery to the downside. So usually when a chart breaks out to the upside, they call it price discovery. Well, the same thing happens to the downside. So while I bought a lot of crypto, while Bitcoin in the market was at, Bitcoin is at $20,000, right around there, and it really, when we went under $1 trillion in total market cap, started moving my bags over a little bit. Always keeping some off to the side, because it just because you don't know, and you want to be able to withstand a long multi-year bear cycle. We're going to see a couple years. We've already seen just about a year of falling prices. Probably going to see a couple more. That's likely. So you want to really work in a nice dollar cost average to accumulate some coins, and things will get much better. And this is where the legends of the next bull market are going to be born. What are you doing now? It doesn't, I think most of the pain is probably in. Maybe we could fall another 50%, like worst case. I would say somewhere around 30 to 40%. Still looks pretty possible. The downside. Look how pretty this property is. Look at these trees over here. Cool little fountains. Little nice stop at Paradise here. So yeah, looking for a bottom, man. And I bought a little bit of crypto this morning, kind of waiting. I really feel like I had a question. Do you think BCH bottomed yet? So adding to that, so do I think we bottomed? No, as I think there's probably a lot of order books that had stop losses around here. If we broke the resistance under 20K, we're just dumping their bags. So I think we get a nice strong capitulation. If I had a guess, not financial advice, right? I think we see Bitcoin fall to about 14.5 I think there's strong resistance there, the chart that I looked at. And I think Ethereum around $600-700, Bitcoin Cash around 85 bucks. I know Sedona TV here, he's calling for 75. What does he say here? He's been pretty critical. He's big at eCash fan. I've been following what he's been saying over there. Let's see. He says, I agree with you about Bitcoin, but as for BCH, it always bounces a bit after it tanks, but then it just quickly reverts and tanks even lower. Sure, I mean, I think there's a good point to say, you know, possibly, but also you have to look at all these large Celsius, Three Arrows, all these big crypto companies that are going under and going bankrupt. And what are their bags full of? They're full of all these DeFi pipe dreams, and I'm reluctant to say scam. I think there's good intentions behind a lot of these projects. I just think you're seeing people become so massively wealthy that maybe don't deserve to own these huge operations, and they don't know what they're doing. And what I mean by that is proper risk management and what have you. So I think they don't have BCH to really dump. Like who has a lot of BCH to dump right now? I mean, there is a floor of believers in the community. I think that we're closer to that floor than a lot of these other coins that were pumped up by these companies that are going bankrupt right now. They don't have bags of BCH. They didn't buy it. They bought every other new, fresh idea that was out there, and those were good opportunities to pump. Because if you think about it, like the really bullish coins of the previous cycle, you know, that there's so much exit liquidity, people are looking to get back to certain levels, they're ready to dump it, you know. So a lot of times in a new cycle, they're looking for new, fresh projects to pump. So a lot of those things were a lot of the top 10 coins, whether it's, and some of them are okay. Like I think they maybe have a good shot, but Solana's and Avalanche and, you know, Luna already proved that's not going to work out, and a lot of these coins are just getting dumped on. And because if you look at BCH, there were so many bag holders from the 2017 pump that people were just kind of trying to get rid of it and look for something fresh that would get pumped. But now I think all those people are gutted out of BCH that got their BCH around $2,000-3,000, for, you know, maybe even $4,000. They gave up on it, and there's just not a lot of speculative money in there. I think it's you got the diehards. And I think that we're somewhere around that floor. And I think that's why it's pumping today. But I think he brings up a good point. Maybe it's not the turning date now. Maybe I could be wrong. But I definitely think there's more pain to come, more in the DeFi space, more for Bitcoin. Like I said, Bitcoin Cash went under $100. It's not good. During the Corona crash, Bitcoin Cash actually did better. Bitcoin Cash only crashed about $130, and Ethereum went to like 80 or 90 bucks. I remember I was trying to decide what to buy more, but I bought more Ethereum because it crashed harder. So let me check out the chat here. So I noticed a lot of BSV people hating on BCH more than BTC maxis. I think they're scared. BSV people have no life. Always. We should, okay, well, let's address BSV. Yeah, you know, BSV. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting nature between the BCH and BSV camp. You know, I think they're both. You know, I think let's get past the attacking each other at this point. Let's get to building. We're in the bear market. Let's build cool shit. Like if you want your coin to do well in the next pump, you need to get out there and fucking build. Excuse my language. You need to build, and so that when the investor capital comes back to crypto, because it is leaving for a couple of years, they come back and say, wow, look what these projects have done. You know, look at the adoption, look at the transactions, look at all anything that, you know, look at the strength of the chain, all these fundamental metrics. Get to work. You know, arguing on Twitter on what's going to happen between this coin and that coin doesn't mean shit. Go out there and build something. And you know, for me, for the bear market, you know, when we were on the chart, fell below fair market value, or we're right about there, I sold a decent chunk of Ethereum, just because I felt like historically when you lose fair market value, you're going into the bear market. Someone's calling someone a clown. Okay. Anyways, I want to finish my thought there. So yeah, we lost. But like a project I believe in, I believe in Ethereum, but I just feel like it pumps so much, had more downside, and to my own demise. I didn't sell any BCH because it's a project that really needs help. It needs investment. It doesn't need another person selling it. So I take my licks on BCH for a long-term play of winning. I think you have to think about: are you just going to speculate? You're going to argue on Twitter? You're going to go out? You're going to really invest and build? And I think that's what is going on now. What's going to be important for the 2025 cycle. We all know what's going to happen. We all know people are going to make a shit ton of money, you know. But it's what we do now that depends on which coins win and how the problem. And no matter what, I think it's kind of hard to make a bad investment now in a crypto. Knock on wood. All right, we got some people arguing in the chat. Let's check it out. Mr. Mark Morris. Musk hasn't sold a single BTC. Nobody cared about BCH, and I mean nobody cared about BCH. Yeah, that's a good, Todd. That's a really good thing. You know, the fact that that nobody cares about it right now, I think is, you know, creates a floor, right? If no one's pumping it, who else is, you know, what else? Who else is selling it now? And he goes, "You're so clueless. You're such a clown. Just Google it before replying. Tesla impairment on Bitcoin, even in Wall Street Journal." Mark Morris. So Musk actually did sell some Bitcoin. Who said he didn't? I think it was Mark. So that's actually not correct. They sold around 10 million of it just to test its liquidity. That's at least what they said. So they did sell some the quarter after it pumped. So to say he didn't sell a single BTC is not correct. I don't think he sold a significant amount, and I'm not sure, you know, what that really matters in the conversation at all. Definitely, Elon is a big blocker and not a maximalist. So I think he understands that the competing currency, cryptocurrency route is the better route, generally for humanity being on the right side of history than the fiat alternative. So I'm not sure the significance of Elon right now in the bear market. He's down a lot on his crypto holdings. I saw Mr. Saylor is down at about $2 billion on paper. He's a real problem, Saylor, I think. I mean, in terms of misguiding people into I think being a maximalist is a very poor decision. I'm not saying that Bitcoin price is not going to go up, but I think it has so many issues, and like, sure, it's blue chip, it's going to do well for now, but it's fundamentally has issues. And Saylor was wrong for so many years. He came out and told everyone not to buy crypto in 2013. Then it shows up in 2019 and he's everyone's gospel. It's such a weird thing. The guy was wrong for so many years. The same guy that during the dot-com bubble lied to his financial earnings during the dot-com bubble, fraudulently got disrupted, fined from the SEC. Now he's everyone's crypto savior. He's be careful. He's heavily influenced from the core development team that just wants to pump the price because they know the fundamentals are crap. So he goes out there and leverages all his shareholders. His shareholders got wrecked during the dot-com bubble, and they're getting wrecked today. And be careful. I don't see him deploying tons of capital right now to buy Bitcoin. I don't see the headlines, at least. I think he's leveraged and he's trying to stay above water, treading for life. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't understand crypto. He doesn't understand why we need to move away from the dollar. All I hear from him is how Bitcoin's going to spread the dollar. Bitcoin was created to acknowledge the damage the dollar has done. BTC currently down 5%. BSV is up 2%. Yeah, it's interesting that you got to understand why these coins are dumping more than the forks, the Bitcoin forks. It's because Bitcoin forks were not sexy. They were not sexy this bull market. There was no VC capital. There was no challenge for the Bitcoin brand. It just didn't happen. It was all DeFi, NFT, and of course you're buying some BTC, and all that shit is getting dumped by all these poorly ran crypto companies. Celsius, Three Arrows, Luna even dumped a bunch of Bitcoin. All these people, all these speculators are getting wrecked. They're learning a very valuable lesson It's so crazy that I saw Celsius say, oh, due to, really these kind of market conditions, we're withholding your crypto. Did you not know that crypto does this? Like, are you new here? Crypto is extremely volatile. Like, you didn't know that we were gonna drop at some point? Like, and I hear a lot of people criticizing people that were putting their money on BlockFi and Celsius to get 7%. They're willing to risk all their money for 7%, when in crypto you can make hundreds of percents, 10 baggers every bull cycle we go into. Right now you can buy coins and make 10 baggers. There's so many 10 baggers right there. So while I'm trying to guess where a bottom is, I don't give a shit. I know I'm buying 10 baggers every day when I deploy my capital right now. Crypto's going to 10 trillion the next cycle. That's why we get greedy trying to time tops. People also get greedy trying to buy bottoms. Unless you're shorting it right now and you're into that trade and you're adding to the capitulation, I guess you're making money there. But what are you waiting for to buy crypto? You just I'd say pace yourself. And I can't find my car. Any other questions, guys, while I'm on here? I'm gonna find my car. I'm taking my kids to the zoo today, and hopefully buying more crypto. BCH is up 10% right now. Everything else is red. Yes. Hopefully that trend continues. I really feel like there's a tide turning in crypto, and I'm not here to talk about BCH versus BSV or BCH versus eCash. I think in general the cash coins had a good shot, or have a good shot next cycle, and did not do well this story. I saw your IG stories. Why are you buying so much when we are going lower? Yeah, because I'm not greedy. What are we going to drop? Another 20-30%? I got 20 to 30% to the downside, maybe 40% to the downside. But over the next 3 years, I have 1,000% to the upside. So looking at risk reward, you need to start deploying capital. You don't know when the bottom's going to be. I was wrong about where the top's going to be. I can't tell you exactly where bottoms and tops are going to be. I know when the price is low, and I know when the price is high. I don't want to overthink and try to pinpoint a bottom or a top. And I'm going to buy a shit ton more crypto. You thought I was buying crypto already? I haven't started buying crypto at all. I'm buying a lot more crypto. And just the lower we go, the more capital I have ready to go. And I've been waiting. In the last bear cycle, I did not buy enough crypto. This bear cycle, I'm going to buy a ridiculous amount of crypto. What's up, Cody? I'm looking for my car. I'm lost. I'm at the Biltmore right now. And I can't find my car. So we're just talking, having some fun talking about the crypto bear. And just having some fun. I feel like I'm a little fired up this morning in general. So I'm just feeling ready. Feeling like time to build, time to invest. Think longer term. Crypto, yeah, sure, in the next 6 months could be down from here, but eventually we're gonna bottom. And we're closer today to the bottom than we were yesterday. Talk about Monero. Yeah, so Monero is another coin I'm buying. Monero is an amazing coin. The more time I spend in crypto, the more I use crypto, the more I watch what happens in the world, the more I realize how much privacy is not respected, the more I want to buy Monero. Monero is a very important coin for humanity. Monero is incredible. If you want to see what good money is, that's all we're trying to right in crypto. We're trying to find good and better money. You have to look to the black market. And that's where Bitcoin was really born, in sense of like having a market price. If you look and see what ISIS has done, ISIS changed their currency from Bitcoin to Monero. What does that tell you? I'm not saying I like ISIS. I'm saying one of them's better money. Monero is better money than Bitcoin. Like I said, the black market's a great indication of what good money is. And yeah, those are my thoughts on Monero. I love the mission. I think for everyday transactions, I don't know if it'll be the winner there, but I definitely think not holding Monero is a risk. Not holding it is a risk. Think about that. Anything else you guys want to chat on? I'm gonna probably hop off here soon, grab my car, and head over to the zoo. Oil prices are high. Yeah. Pretty incredible that oil was like, they couldn't give oil away a couple years ago. Literally, the price went negative, and now we're using those same reserves. We bought reserves during the Corona crash. The United States bought reserve oil, and now we're starting to use that oil because the prices are so high. I think that's a bad strategy. I think that oil should be used. That oil should be used during a time of like shortage, not like because the price is high. Like the price is high means like, yeah, maybe. And I don't know if it's the right answer, but it sounds like, hey, we just opened the Keystone pipeline, that would do something good. Yeah, Monero is helping ISIS move money. Yeah, sure. It's helping. Yeah, it helps a lot of people move money, and that means they're not being financially censored. I'm sure they use gold too. Does that mean gold is bad because someone that you don't agree with? And sure, like ISIS is bad. But like you have to understand that the people that are supposed to be, like, money's supposed to be fungible. Like that's a great characteristic of what good money is. If your money it can be censored and traced and frozen, that's horrible money. Money is made for people that we do and do not like. Not only for people we like, but for people we do and do not like. Anything else in the chat, guys? We're giving more money to Ukraine. You think privacy will be implemented in BCH? I'm not a part of ISIS, I assure you. So we're talking about privacy and BCH. The BCH community understands this, how important fungibility is. So they're trying to do things like we have Cash Fusion and different ways to privatize the way we move our BCH. And I think it is terrific, and that's why you see me talking so much about BCH. And but I think if you look at Monero, every transaction is private. It's and I wonder, like, I'd love to see like certain BCH wallets, like the Bitcoin.com wallet, just have privacy built in by default, like every time you do a transaction. But it hasn't happened. The implementation is not into the Bitcoin.com wallet yet, and they've talked about it for years. I think Electron Cash, from a desktop, is easier to use. Cash Fusion, it's a good sign that that's the goal, but it's something I like to see a little bit more important to BCH. We're giving more money to Ukraine. Coinbase going under. I don't think Coinbase is going under. I'm buying Coinbase stock, so I certainly hope not. I think they are. I mean, if you ever use Coinbase, you understand how much of it's got a good user experience, some cool features, but it's incredibly expensive. You move your money around a couple times, and the fees are pretty insane. But their PE ratio of the last quarter was like 5, and I do expect their earnings to fall, and their PE will probably go up a little bit. I think Coinbase is extremely cheap right now. I think Coinbase is $1,000 stock in 2025. You can buy it on Monday for around $50. You want to 20x your money, that's probably a good time to do it. Like I said, I think topped out around 475, and crypto will be a much bigger market come 2025. So I think right now is a good time. I know a lot of people were so excited to buy Coinbase stock, the first crypto company to go public on Wall Street, and they're holding their bags around 400. I started buying around 70. Right. I think generally people understand that Coinbase has issues, but I think it's interesting to look at right now. Like, Coinbase went the philosophy of holding your coins for you as an investment platform, where I believe they were both blockchain.info at one time, and they split. So one became blockchain.com, which is more, instead of, when you buy your crypto on there, they give it to you in your own wallets, where Coinbase, you buy it on there and they hold it for you. So I wonder over time, with people seeing how all these platforms like Celsius and even Coinbase has stated, If we go bankrupt, we're taking your crypto. Those are our keys in our wallets. I think we could see a shift in how people understand what having sovereignty of your money means, and not your keys, not your crypto, what that truly means. I think we're going to see that. So, all right, guys, I got to go pick up the wife and kids. Thanks so much for hopping on here. Been lost in this parking lot for a while. I really got to find my car. But enjoy your weekend. Invest safely. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see all my purchases. I'm looking for Bitcoin to drop somewhere around 15,000, Ethereum under 700, BCH around 85. And then I'll buy some other coins I want to have about that. Zoo is bad for animals. Yeah, some zoos. If they're rescuing them and doing stuff like that, I think that's better. But I'm empathetic to certain things, like SeaWorld and all that. I've been actually to go see orcas in the wild. So do support rescuing animals and all those kinds of things. And follow me on IG, and we can catch up over there.